It was just a wall of concrete and barbed wire, but for nearly 30 years, the Berlin Wall divided a city, a country, and the world. Then in 1989, it fell in a moment that shocked the globe. But what led to its sudden collapse? Who gave the accidental order? And what bizarre facts are buried in this Cold War icon? Today we break down the dramatic history and little-known truths behind the fall of the Berlin Wall. 1. Why was the Berlin Wall built? In 1961, East Germany built the wall to stop people from fleeing communist East Berlin to democratic West Berlin. Over 3 million had escaped before the wall was erected. 2. It wasn't just one wall. The Berlin Wall was actually a system of 2 walls: watchtowers, guard dogs, floodlights, and a death strip. It stretched over 96 miles around West Berlin. 3. 5,000-plus escape attempts. Over 5,000 people tried to escape East Germany via the wall. Some dug tunnels, floated in hot air balloons, or even hid in car trunks. Around 140 people died trying. 4. A wall dividing families. The wall didn't just divide ideologies, it separated families overnight. People went to work in one zone and couldn't return home. Some weren't reunited for decades. 5. The Cold War backdrop. The wall was a literal symbol of the Cold War. One side was supported by the Soviet Union, the other by the United States and its allies. It became ground zero for global tension. 6. Reagan's famous speech. In 1987, President Ronald Reagan stood at the Brandenburg Gate and declared, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." That speech became a defining moment in Cold War rhetoric. 7. The wall began to crack in 1989. By 1989, communist regimes were collapsing across Eastern Europe. Peaceful protests in East Germany gained momentum, and people began demanding open borders. 8. A press conference changed everything. On November 9, 1989, East German official Günter Schabowski mistakenly announced that travel restrictions were lifted, effective immediately. He had misunderstood his notes. 9. Border guards were caught off guard. When crowds rushed to the wall, guards had no clear orders. Facing thousands of peaceful protesters, they opened the gates, without violence. 10. The wall fell without a shot fired. Amazingly, the wall fell without a single bullet. Instead, Berliners celebrated together, dancing on the wall, spray painting it, and breaking it apart with hammers. 11. The world watched it live. News stations broadcast the fall of the Berlin Wall live around the world. It became one of the most iconic TV moments of the 20th century. 12. Mauerspechte, the wall woodpeckers. After the wall fell, people known as mauerspechte, or wall woodpeckers, chipped away pieces to keep as souvenirs. Some were later sold around the world. 13. Graffiti became art. The West Berlin side of the wall was covered in colorful graffiti and political artwork. One section, now called the East Side Gallery, remains as an outdoor art exhibit. 14. A symbol of freedom. The fall of the wall became the defining symbol of freedom, unity, and the end of the Cold War. Within a year, Germany was reunified after nearly 40 years of separation. 15. It led to the end of the Soviet Union. The collapse of the Berlin Wall signaled a broader collapse of communist rule in Eastern Europe, eventually leading to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. 16. Not everyone celebrated. While many rejoiced, some East Germans felt disoriented or left behind by reunification. Economic and cultural challenges lasted for years after the wall came down. 17. The wall inspired music and movies. The fall of the wall inspired Pink Floyd's live performance of The Wall in Berlin, 1990, and countless films, books, and documentaries that reflect on the era. 18. Pieces of the wall are everywhere. You can find pieces of the Berlin Wall in museums, parks, and memorials around the globe, from the Vatican to Las Vegas to Seoul. 19. Some sections still stand today. Parts of the wall remain standing in Berlin as memorials, including the Berlin Wall Memorial and the East Side Gallery, preserving history for future generations. 20. Final fun fact: one soldier opened the gate. The first gate was opened by a young border guard named Harold Yeager. who made the call to let people through. He later said he couldn't bear to shoot peaceful citizens. The fall of the Berlin Wall wasn't just the collapse of concrete, it was the collapse of fear, division, and an old world order. It proved that borders can be broken when people rise up together. What part of this story amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more incredible turning points in history.